to today? Awesome. Well, welcome to the Ninja Habits Daily Huddle. Today's Wednesday. We are going to start with going through our daily ninja habits. So we're going to do these together as we've been doing the past week and a half, just to give us each accountability and to help us to have a friend on the other line that we can do it with, right? So let's get started. Anybody want to share? You know what? I have totally ignored the chat. Where's it at here? Good morning, Mike. Thank you. You still haven't connected your mic. It's okay. I'm fine if you just put it in the chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you, everybody, for the good mornings. Did you send the podcast yesterday? I think I missed it. Yes, Rachel, I did. You might want to check if you have Gmail, check your promotions folder. It comes from my CRM email, but I will be resending it today. If you would like, I can send it directly just to you. So, but anybody want to share one of a gratitude that they have for today? Feel free to share yours in the chat this morning or unmute and share with us.
I'll share. I'm grateful that I had a peaceful night's sleep. I have been coughing over the past 14 days, and the past 2 nights, I
Oh,
have not coughed. So for me, that is something to be grateful about.
that is. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better, Shalonda.
Thanks, Alicia.
That's no fun. None at all. It's amazing how much sleep means when you go that long without having a good night. You're like, oh, it just feels like you're a brand new person. I love that.
Yes. More
Speaking of
energy
sleep,
today. More energy today.
yes, that helps. Brent, I'm grateful for a new buyer consultation I set for this Friday. Yay! Good job, Brent. Love it. Speaking of sleep, I'm grateful our new mattress is coming today. I'm so excited. You know, it's funny. I don't remember getting excited about mattresses when I was younger. Guess it's just one of those things you graduate in life too. A roof over your head. Wonderful.
I have one.
Yeah, Carrie, go ahead.
Yesterday, I drove an hour to go do like a virtual showing in the snow. It was 22 degrees out at 9 in the morning. And I got there and, did video of the land. And then I went to open the door and I could not unlock the deadbolt. No matter what I did, it wouldn't lock. And I got super frustrated, called the agent. He couldn't make it out, but he's the owner and he offered to, video it for me later. I went back to the car, I warmed up and defrosted and went back and I found the strength after attempting a couple more times to get the deadbolt unlocked. It just suddenly opened. Um, so I'm grateful for perseverance, like not giving up. And just that the agent was so amazing that, he was going to help me if I needed it. And getting over the frustration of being a woman, not being strong enough to do things I need to do. Um, I could have had it turn my day around in a negative way. And so I'm just grateful for strength right now, is what I'm
I
grateful for.
love that story. I think we've all been in that situation in the past, where you show up and things just don't go the way you pictured it going.
Hmm.
But what a great attitude. Love that, Carrie. Thanks for sharing.
Well,
What kind
I'm
of,
grateful for a call I was on last night. I'm in a mastermind that's just started in January, and it's an incredible group of people learning about how to use AI for the greater good. And it was a 3.5 hour call. I think it was until 1 in the morning, and it was amazing. I learned so much, met amazing people, and super excited about this mastermind. So incredibly grateful to be invited to it, be a part of it.
that's awesome. It's so good when you learn good, valuable information and that those groups are actually valuable. Sometimes you get in groups and it's like they're just selling things or whatever, but it's so nice when people are just giving. Let's see, grateful for my listing that is finally all caps closing this week. I can relate to that. What kind of mattress did you get? I'm not sure if my husband's on here yet, but I think it's called the Casper Snowmax, I think. He just joined. The Casper Snowmax, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So we'll let you know. Grateful for referrals from past agents was out of nowhere. Never know the impact we have on other people. Yeah, that's so true, Deborah. I love those out of nowhere appointments. Those are the best. Well, let's go ahead and transition into doing our affirmations. So get out your notebook. Some of you might have been starting already and write those affirmations. I am going to push us a little bit today to make sure we have time to go over the real estate review. So hopefully you get them all done. Usually I try to wait a little bit, but I'm just going to give us a few minutes to do these so that we have time to get to our little mini training today. So get those started. Now, Robin, I know it's your first day today. Are you familiar with Ninja? Have you been to an installation?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
I was
have
just
bad
curious
connection.
if you were familiar with Ninja selling. Have you been to an installation or read the book?
Oh yeah. Yep,
Okay, good.
all of it. Yep, I
Perfect.
practice it. Yeah.
Awesome. Just wanted to make sure I didn't have to catch you up. So,
Thank
no problem.
you.
I had one other thing that popped in my head that I was grateful for. We have a built-in oven. We did a kitchen remodel last year and put in like one of those built-in ovens, and it just was making this weird noise. It was working, but you figure if something's under warranty, I might as well have them look into it. I think this was the 5th time someone had come out, and they have never been on time. One time they didn't show at all, but he did come out, and finally it's done. So luckily, and that has been going on, I reported it in September, guys. So I'm really thankful that's done. And it just made me, being that we're in a service industry, it really made me think about, what am I telling my clients, and am I performing and doing things? I know Missy Yay is right. It's always worked that whole time, thank God. If it hadn't been working, that would have been a nightmare. But it just makes me think about the service that we offer, because they've left me with with an attitude that I really don't expect them to have great service throughout my warranty. Now it switches to a different company. I think my extended one's with a different one, so we'll see how that goes. But part of our value and part of what we offer people is that we do what we say we're going to do. We show up, we communicate, we are hyper tuned with service other people provide or don't. I know, I feel that way too. I'm always like critiquing and watching how people do things and how well it is. And I am actually very impressed when people have great service, because I know it takes effort. And I know that it's not an easy thing to accomplish on a consistent basis. So time. Okay, we're going to move on. And you can keep, writing and doing what you're doing if you're not following along exactly. So now you're going to plan your day. Write out what you have going on today. Time block your important activities on your schedule. We are halfway through January already, guys. All right. And if you have a win that you want to highlight for the day, and you guys know I'm a top 3 girl, get your top 3 goals that you want to accomplish today. I got 2 of my top 3 done yesterday, so I'm transferring 1 to today. But one of those was getting the 1099s done for the office, and you guys, it's done. I felt so good about that yesterday. It's the task I don't love that are the hardest ones to do. But it feels good when they're done. And I would say that was my big win from yesterday. And once you're done planning your day, grab a few of those note cards and write some notes. I love that someone said they wrote a note to Larry, so I'm doing that today. I'm gonna write a note to Larry. I don't know if she's on here, but did you send it to the group? Is that where you sent that to?
Yes, that's where I sent it to.
Okay. That's where I was thinking.
On East Commons, I think. East something. Harmony.
Yeah, Harmony. I actually got the opportunity to go there for the leadership installation and had Larry actually did the installation live. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's who did mine on in November too. It was incredible. I'm so glad I went.
And it's interesting because when I went, this was in 2021, I believe. When I went, he was talking about retiring.
I know.
And
I
I
feel
don't think he has yet, and he's still doing it.
I know. I'm so grateful. Like I can tell like it's that time in his life, and I'm just so grateful I got to have that experience with him. I want to do a leadership one as well with him.
So good. It was so good. Just a whole different perspective on the
Yeah.
installation. So good. So if you're a broker or manager, if you
Uh-huh.
aspire to be, or you're a team lead even, I think it's definitely worth the investment and the time to go out there, especially.
Absolutely.
And Peter Parnick did my other one, my very
Mhm.
first one. He's amazing as well. And
Mhm.
when I was out there, it was, and Don Tennyson, he's amazing as well. But when I was out there, all three of them were there. So it was pretty
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
Don's a big softie and he's taller than you might think. If you haven't met him in person, he's very tall. But he's a big softie. He literally had tears down his, it was so powerful,
Aw.
so great. Yeah, it was such a great experience. I'm trying to get my husband to go. That's on my agenda this year is like
Yeah.
they have one in February and I was like, oh, there's too many things happening for us in February, but they do another one I think in June or July.
Okay.
And we're going. We're
Good.
going. That's all there
Good.
is to it.
Good.
Before
Well, maybe
Larry
I'll go
stops
too.
doing
Maybe
it.
I'll see you there.
Yeah, maybe. That would be awesome.
Because I did not, well, I'm from Texas, so going in November was a little rough. I do not want to return again at this point in the season.
Yeah.
I'd rather go in the summer.
Yeah, it was actually when I went last time, it was during the summer and it was beautiful there.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful weather.
I bet.
It was great. So it actually rained, which was
Oh,
interesting. Yeah. Awesome. So I know I asked yesterday, but I don't know if I saw any responses. Did anybody make the action step of getting their note cards closer to where they write them, getting their stamps closer, doing all the things, removing those hurdles to get it done? And maybe you already did that, but for those of you who were struggling with that, hopefully you were able to make that change. I made a basket with everything I need. And I bet it's beautiful too. Is it, Deborah? Are you one of those people, everything's just beautiful around you? I aspire for that. Rachel did. Great job. Mine are out in the open on my home desk now. Great. I got one of those little stands that raise, well, I have an extra monitor and I got one of the stands that raises up the monitor and I got one that had a little drawer in it. So now I can put my stamps and just kind of keep myself organized and I can still see them, but they're not out. So it's been nice. I ran out of stamps, but yes. Can they just auto ship stamps? That'd be great. I bought the stamps and have cards, it's getting them out. I have mailed some this week. Yes, I'm going to start asking you that every day. Did you mail your cards? Did you mail your cards? The kids take your stamps. Yes. That's funny. What are they mailing? I guess. My kids rarely ask for stamps. It's my husband and I use all the stamps, but great. Well, go ahead and move into reviewing your hot and warm list. And Ordered new packs of note cards from Note Card Cafe. Yeah, they're really good quality note cards. I like them a lot. Here's one that I really like. I don't know if you guys can see that. I love the nature ones. And they have different scenes for different seasons, but they're just beautiful. They're colorful, they're beautiful, they're nice quality. And even you can get different colored envelopes. And I actually find they stand out a little better in the mail. So people like that. Well, as you guys are doing that, just to make sure we have enough time, I'm going to start talking about the real estate reviews. And I think most of you on here have read the book or been to an installation, so you might have some knowledge. But of course, we've only got a few minutes today, so this is going to be pretty high level. But I figured we would answer the questions why, who, where, how, those things, just to give you a basis. And if you listen to the podcast link, which I'll see if I can just put it in the chat too, that might be a good thing to do. But if you listen to the podcast link, I loved the one that they did on this, because I feel that the main thing we have when it comes to real estate reviews and why we don't do them is usually our thoughts around them and the mindset we have about them. And so I felt like that podcast really set the stage for having the right mindset around what a real estate review is. I mean, we all can talk about the steps, right? But if you don't complete it or you don't do it to the best level, you may not get the results you want. And then it will tell you in your mind that didn't work, right? But if we have the right mindset around it, it really does help us to complete the task, because you want to, it's the difference between a sales thought process and a servant thought process, right? So why do you do a real estate review? Well, become their trusted advisor. Our goal as a ninja is to be the trusted advisor, to be that person that someone thinks about when they think about real estate, before they make some important decisions. This is their largest asset. Even people that have financial managers that are handling their finances, sometimes that isn't even as much as what their home is worth. So think about that. It's not a sales pitch. You're not going in to sell them. It's not a listing appointment. It's none of those things, but that could result in referrals. And the results in referrals for the same reason you're getting referrals now, because you offer value and you take care of your client. And then it also helps them with their goals. I feel like their goals is the main key thing in that sentence. You're not there to help yourself. You're there to help them. Mindset, there's opportunity to succeed in every market. Absolutely. That's one of the things we say a lot at Mainstream, is there's always opportunity everywhere and in every market. So we just have to find that opportunity. So who? Anyone that owns real estate. If you know anyone that owns real estate, they are the perfect person to do a real estate review for. One thing I tell new people is, if you want to do real estate reviews and do the ninja path, that start with family, start with people, and be honest with them. Say, hey, I am practicing and I want to sit down. I'm looking for people that are not going to judge me, that don't want to do anything, that don't want to sell. I just want to sit with you and practice doing this process with you. I'm sure your family and friends would love to help you. And what's cool about that is it's no pressure, right? It's just, hey, I'm just gonna, and then what's nice is they get a great review out of it, and who knows what that really could turn into. We've had people that have done that and it's turned into a referral. So you just never know. Of course, your warm list, I feel like that's a given. And I love this. Anyone who asks, how's the market? I forgot about that when I was doing this, preparing for sharing this with you guys. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've missed so many opportunities the past 3 years to introduce that real estate review to someone. How many people have asked you, how's the market the past 3-4 years? Oh my gosh. But they're still asking. They're not going to stop. So there's a great opportunity. New listings in a neighborhood. Maybe you have a farm area. I mean, this should be people just so you know. We should say that. But you can offer it to people outside of your sphere or outside of your list. Also, open houses. 60% of people that visit an open house own a house. So it's a great place to offer that to someone. So if you have a conversation at an open house, say, hey, I'd be happy to stop by and give you a quick real estate review of your property value. Where this is an order of where you have the best results. So in person at their home or your office is the number one goal that you want to have. But because this isn't a hard sell, if that's not convenient for them, then you can start offering step down services. So the next step down would be, hey, what about a Zoom? Can we hop on a Zoom? If that's not going to be convenient for them, mailing detailed packets to them, I'll just stick it in the mail to you. How's that? During lunch or coffee is great, a short little meeting, or you can drop it off to them, deliver it to them. There's agents in our market who now use Uber to deliver their pre-listing packets and their and anything they want somebody to have. So think about that. Like even if you don't have time to drop something off, I believe it's for a set fee. They'll do like a courier service for you through Uber or some of these other driving companies, delivery companies. But the key is you want to add value. You really want to add that value to someone. How? Pretty simple. You meet face to face with them. You provide a comprehensive real estate review packet. I almost took the word comprehensive out because I feel like people think that means it has to be super fancy and have a lot of stuff. I'm going to guess a lot of you have access to RPR. That's all you need to do a real estate review. You can literally go into RPR. There's graphs. Our MLS also has different graphs that you can break down by city, by if you don't want to pull all the data, right? If you just want something that's canned, I like to do a micro view and a macro view. So like you could look at just their subdivision, and then you could just look at their particular location as a whole and just give some stats, as many visual stats as possible, right? You really want to have this be as visual as possible. If any of you have Focus First, it's a great tool. You can take the info from your MLS, download it, and upload it into Focus First, and it puts it into graphs for you. It's only as good as the content you put in, though, so you really you want to do a good job of picking what you're going to put in there. But it works great. But yeah, you want to start with a friendly introduction. You want to do some forwarding, forward, family, occupation, recreation, dreams, a little catch up, and then you're going to go through the review. And then you're going to answer questions, address concerns about market trends or property value, conclude by offering value and staying connected. So one of the things that real estate reviews are great for the client side for, or for the person you're doing it for, is one, what if they're thinking about doing renovations? A lot of people are considering, and there's more renovations happening. What if they are looking at refinancing? Have you had someone that's purchased a home in the past couple years and they are looking at refinancing? Maybe they're ready to have their PMI come off of their loan. Okay. Are they insured at the level they should be insured? We've seen all kinds of insurance things happening with fires that are happening in California, which is just horrible, and then floods, and all these different things are happening. A lot of those people were not insured properly, right? Who's asking them those questions? One other thing we had come up recently that I'm adding to my questions is, how is your property deeded? Make sure they're in a survivorship deed if they are a couple, and that's, make sure they understand that option. One of our agents had a situation where the woman thought their house was in survivorship. It was not. They went to sell it, and now it has to go through probate. Yeah. So these are questions that you can bring value to people that have nothing to do with selling their home, has nothing to do. All you are doing is doing what? You're being their trusted advisor, right? And that's our goal. That's all of our goal on the call. Our intention is more important than the action. Okay. So if you go in with the right intention, and that's one of the things they talk about on the podcast that I found very valuable, is we need to set the stage with people prior to. So if you've never done a real estate review, here's how you start. You can start with the people you're closing now, the people you're in contract with now, the people you're helping buy a home now. And you can say, hey, part of the service I offer is every year after you close this house, I am going to contact you around your anniversary date, and we are going to sit down and we're going to look at the values, what's happening with your home, any questions you have. So that way you are always feeling like you have someone that's guiding you and helping you throughout the time that you own your home, whether you ever move again or not. if you set that intention, it's a lot easier to make that phone call, right? For those of us who haven't been doing these, then maybe what you might have to do is just set the intention now with people. Call some of those people and say, hey, one of the things I want to offer in 2025 is just a comprehensive free real estate review for you. And I'm going to be reaching out to you around the anniversary date of your home, or you can do it sooner. You can do it now. You can put them, in your schedule, however it works for you. But just be transparent with people. Let them know that you want to start incorporating this as a service, an ongoing service that you offer to people. So are you a part of the Ninja Selling groups on Facebook? So there's one that's ran, I'm going to copy this link and put it in the chat for you guys. There's one that's actually ran by Ninja. Oh, wait, I thought I copied the link. Hold on a second. Copy link. There we go. And that is the Ninja Selling for Real Estate Agents. And then here's the Ninja Selling podcast one. Let's share that one. I think it stopped sharing, but that's okay. So those two links are out there for you. And then let me grab the other one and I will put it in here for you as well. That has to do with I'm still on, right? Okay, yeah, sorry. I got it for a moment there. It seemed like I lost you guys. But I'm going to put the one to the podcast that I shared with you guys through email. And if you're not getting our email, it might, if you have Gmail, it might be going to your promotions folder. It's usually going to say something about Ninja Habits, Huddle in there. So if you search your email that way, you should see it. So let's see. Here's the link to the podcast in case you missed it. There you guys go. Well, that is perfect timing. It's perfectly 8 o'clock. What's great about this time is that you guys have completed another day of your Ninja Habits. You can feel good that you've accomplished that today. And then we will be back at this. This is every week, every day. So tomorrow we'll be back at 7:30 and we will be focusing again on getting our Ninja 5 daily habits done together. So everybody have a wonderful day. I will put this recording out. And then any other resources I have, I will share with you. I'll put an email together and share some of the things I found from when I was searching for different ideas for the real estate reviews. So you guys can maybe see some examples and things like that. But if you are part of the Facebook group, especially the Ninja one, I think either one of those, you can search the group for real estate reviews. And a lot of people have shared their real estate reviews and what they do. And some of them are even willing to send you like their Canva templates and things like that. So feel free to get in there and search around and see if there's anything out there that might help you to get closer to accomplishing those. You're very welcome. Yes, have a great day. Excellent. Grateful for you guys too. I'm grateful that you guys show up. You're consistent. It's just been a wonderful start to my day, and I know we're all really enjoying this. So everybody have a wonderful rest of your week or rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.